Falcons move to 6-6, commanding lead in the NFC South now, a game ahead of the Saints. And the Jets fall to 4-8, the number 13 seed ahead of only New England in the AFC. And it's looking less and less like Aaron Rodgers was going to make that miraculous return. There was a report before the game from Ian Rappaport that things are good for Aaron, but probably won't see him this year.
Well, it's just, the reason for him returning is getting smaller and smaller. It's like now if he returns, it is just to make the point that, hey, I could have been back, Look at me, aren't I great? What a recovery.
There was always a chance that was going to happen, that he was never going to be able to, but regardless.
But that's if any return happens, it's only with the purpose of showing his miraculous recovery skills. I heal in this period of time. There's no longer any prospect of saving the team.
This was another ugly one. It was raining. The Jets got the scoring kicked off with a safety.
Yeah, it was great punt. Thomas Morstead punt. Good punt this and down well.
Good punt.
Combination of
and good,
great punt, great work by the coverage team. I don't know who it was, but whoever got the initial touch on it was like a fantastic, got hold of it, just dropped it just back over the line as he was going over, and it just stayed there. And then two other people made an attempt to almost knock it over the line. And anyway.
As a Ray Guy Award voter in college football for the best punter, I appreciate that you.
Is that the kind of thing you want to put out there publicly?
I'm a Blitnikoff voter as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I vote for other awards.
Where you watch other positions. You know.
What?
You don't watch special teams ever.
When I'm charged with voting, I grind
That's
the film.
When you take it seriously?
Yeah, I got into the film.
So during the games, you leave the room once there's punting happening. But when you're voting, you go through and grind film.
Them out, yeah.
Guy by guy.
Let's watch all the coffin corners. Let's watch some open fields. Let's watch the rugby punts. Yeah, I could break them all down.
Got it.
Yeah, I take my vote very seriously for the Ray Guy Award, and I appreciate you taking 30 seconds to break down Thomas Morstead's punt yesterday.
Well, so you had the great punt, great coverage unit. That set them up at the 6-inch line. Then the Falcons got a little bit of breathing room and thought they were safe. Now it's second and 8 from the 2, and they're like, we're good. And then the Jets just annihilated the next run they had, which, I don't know how wise you want to be running laterally in your own end zone, but whatever. Outside zone type of play, and the Jets just murdered it. And deep in the end zone, safety, there's your opening points.
Quinn and Williams blew it up, but I thought even better than that was Ashton Davis, the Jets safety, just moved his blocker 6 yards into the backfield into Bijan.
He just ran through him.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, those two guys. I mean, Quinn Williams was in the backfield destroying the play. If there was any shot of getting away from that, Ashton Davis blew that up by just running right through his guy. And, whoever the running back was had absolutely no chance. That's the Jets' third safety of the season as a defense.
Oh, impressive. Is that going to get you down the rabbit hole?
No.
All right, just
I've given up on that. Well, we can't find the game, so
can't find. Yeah, forget it. That's an inside joke that isn't even a joke. It's just forget it. Move on. Falcons came back. They were not moving the ball well at all. And then Desmond Ridder had back-to-back really nice throws. Had a deep out to move the chains and then a 20-yard seam to Michael. 20 yards up the seam. Those back-to-back pretty good throws from Desmond Ridder.
Yeah.
And then, Falcons get up 7-2. It was 10-5 at one point. Jets come back to make it 10-8. And then 13-8. 13-8 win for the Falcons. Tim Boyle got the start again for the Jets. Got benched after throwing the ball to Jesse Bates for an interception.
Is that bad?
Yeah, Jesse Bates continues to make plays. Remember, we highlighted how good of a season he's having. Last week, he had the 2 huge forced turnovers in the red zone for the Falcons. Another turnover here to help the Falcons win. After Tim Boyle got benched, Trevor Siemian comes in, and Siemian had 13 official pass attempts and a run, and he was sacked 3 times. That's, say, 17, call them action plays.
Action plays.
Yeah. He fumbled on 3 of them. And almost a 4th. The last play was called incomplete.
Yeah.
And I've seen Trevor Siemian play quarterback, and I was thinking he from what I've seen, he should be better than Tim Boyle and at least comparable to Zach Wilson.
And what did I tell you?
It's not the case right now.
Yeah. When you said that, what did I say?
I don't remember. What did you say again?
I said, well, he can't be worse.
Oh,
he might not be better. This is the world the Jets are in right now. There's no good. There's just which bad do you want to go with right now? That's what they're choosing between. The Jets' offense this game started with 3 consecutive punts and then a fumble before they finally got a field goal on the board. I mean, it's terrible. I feel bad for the Jets' defense because they are so good, and then there are games that get away from them because they know, like, if they don't score 10 points, they're probably not winning the game.
They're put on. I mean, their defense once again scored points.
Yeah.
With the safety, but they were put on a short field.
Right. That's what I mean. Like they now know that scoring isn't enough. They now need to score like double digits for them to win games, which is absurd.
Yeah. Dalvin Cook fumbled early on, so.
Because it's not just that their offense is not going to score. Like if they were going into a game going, it's going to be 0 points from the offense, so any points on the board are going to have to come from us. That would be one thing. But they're going into games saying the offense, there's a pretty healthy chance that the offense is going to put 6 up for the opposition. Like they're going to actually cost us points, not just put them up. So we now need to score double digits.
Yeah, and we talk a lot about how difficult, I mean, when we get into the offseason and discuss the Jets, we're assuming Aaron Rodgers will be there next year. We also talk about how difficult it is to project defense year over year. It's going to feel good on paper that the Jets are going to do that. It's going to be tough for them to replicate it as good as they've played next year when presumably Rodgers is back. But a lot of issues for the Jets. That's why they scored 6 points offensively.
Yeah. Late in the game, did you see Cordero Patterson save a possession? Now, saved it by fumbling.
Fumbled and then got the ball.
No, well, didn't get the ball. Fumbled it and then batted it out of bounds to stop it being a turnover. It was sort of, I mean, you think about it, that's recovering your own fumble in a way. Because, so he literally fumbles the ball going wide. There's like a million Jets around this football and Patterson. And he dives to the ground and just bats it out of bounds, saves the possession. That could have been costly in this game.
Because it's the end of the season, we're talking scenarios and rankings and everything. So as I said earlier, Falcons are now 6-6. They are a game ahead of both the Bucs and the Saints, actually, in the NFC South, who are both 5-7. And again, as of right now, the Falcons would be the number 4 seed as the division winners, hosting the Dallas Cowboys if the playoffs started today.
You wanted to praise Bud Dupree.
I merely sent you a message that he had the best game of his
life
season.
Oh, good game.
He had 2 sacks.
Yep.
Both, he had 4. I think we have him with 4 pressures. They're all of the cleanup variety,
right?
Or pursuit.
Pass rushing grade in the 70s.
Yeah,
that's good.
So he made some nice plays, and he had a couple other quick wins in there. So good job, Bud Dupree. After a year of pass rush grades in the 50s, he did have one of his best games of the season. Good job, Bud Dupree.